Good morning, Firewood friends. This is Chris, and we're in the wood yard. But an hour ago, I was not in the wood yard. I was in a farmer's field pulling out a trailer with a flat tire. I went there this morning with the plans of loading up the trailer and then pulling it out because it froze again last night. But I got there and I had a flat tire, so I just pulled the trailer out, got on the side of the road, and went back, and I got a load of wood, which is right here. So I unloaded that after I got back here, and I figured, well, the trailer is not going anywhere, so I went and got another load. So this is my second load in the truck, and I'm going to keep going until I can't. So I'm thinking I should be able to get at least one more, maybe two more. We'll just see how the conditions are. The guys that are cutting in the same area where I am, they were there this morning too. They came and they're afraid to go back in because he's got a trailer he's hauling with, and he's got to go through a low spot, and he just barely made it out when he went out now. So, but the truck is no problem because I get enough momentum. I'm not worried about the trailer, you know, like he is. So anyway, here's the first load, and I'm going to unload it here quickly, and then I'm going to take off, and I'm going to try to be back there in less than a half an hour because I was kind of keeping track of my time, and it took me about 15 minutes to put the load on. It takes me 10 minutes, maybe 12 minutes to get back here. I can unload this in probably less than 10 minutes and then be back there again. So I'm just gonna fly like the wind because it's gonna get warm the next like week, like real warm, like 50s. So there's no chance that I'll be able to get back in there after it warms up, especially if it rains on the next couple days like they had mentioned. It's supposed to be nice for 2 days, but then rain again possibly. And if we get more rain, that was good. Kind of bumped my bumper. But if we get more rain, that'll really put the kibosh on getting in and out of there because it'll just turn into a quagmire. Not that it isn't already. So yeah, I had a flat tire, which is not the end of the world because my tires are almost bald anyway. And I was planning on getting tires in the next like month or so. So now I'm just gonna get them soon, as in like either tomorrow or the next day. I'm gonna take it in and get new tires. And I think I'm gonna upgrade my tires. It comes with C range for the weight on the trailer, and I'm gonna get the next range up, which are D's or E's, whatever is next, so I can get a little sturdier tire for the next set that I put on, which is never a bad thing when you're hauling a lot of weight to have really good tires. It'll be worth the extra few bucks it'll cost. So that's the plan. So we'll get this unloaded and boogie on down the road. Get up there and get another load. So this is the fifth load I've gotten now of free wood. And from what I cut yesterday, which was a lot, there's probably still another, I would say 4 loads in there to get that I've got cut already, just sitting there. So that's why I'm just gonna keep flying and get as much done as I can. I sure am glad I ripped these down because even the halves are all I want to lift. The quarters are nice to handle. So I know it took extra time, but I'm kind of glad because like this right here, I don't know, that's probably 50 pounds right there. And some of these halves, like this one right here, this is easily 80 pounds, if not more. And if it was a full one, I don't think I could lift it without getting a double or triple or quadruple hernia. And I'm not interested in that. And that's something I really want. So plan is just get as much here as I can. because once it's here, got a long time to work on it. This is mostly ash, like it's 99% ash actually. And ash is a real fast drying wood, so I don't have to get to this really till like early summer. It can sit. I'll get it split, and by this fall it'll be dry. So that's my plan. There's a piece of elm right here. Had a couple chunks of elm right here. This is box elder, I'm positive. And this one right here is hackberry. Had some hackberry over there the other day, probably from the same tree. So I was talking to the guys that were there yesterday working, because one guy lives literally just, you can see his house from where we're cutting. He's a neighbor. And the guy that owns the land told him that they already cut down 800 trees. And these are mostly like this, or bigger. 800. And they still have the 2 tree lines that cover 2 sides of the 120 acre property to cut. He wants to cut all that down eventually too, so I just wish I could get in there. Wish he had, decent roads. Well, that's the whole reason he's doing it, because everything's so swampy. It's got no drainage. So he's working on it, trying to get it so that he can actually get a better yield from the crops. He leases the land to a farmer, and the farmer's been complaining, he said, for years that he's having problems getting stuck, and the yield is not what it should be, because there's, number one, there's so much shade from the trees that the crops are only getting half of the sunlight that they needed, because he has trees that run through the property in rows on the ditches, and the trees are so high that in the morning you're getting shade from one side, in the afternoon you're getting shade on the other side, because these trees were, fully mature, 70, 80 feet tall. So you're losing a lot of daylight. But I guess his neighbors are not too happy, at least one of them, because it ruins the view now. They had strips of trees, and it was so pretty in the fall, I guess, because the ash trees turn yellow, the leaves, and now they're gone. Well, most of them are anyway. And yesterday, the guy was there with the excavator digging out the ditches. So the sooner they get that done, the better. Because if they get the ditches starting to dig on those, it'll drain everything. And then I'll be able to get in there and cut once it dries up. But in the spring like it is now, nothing's really drying very fast. Everything's kind of staying wet. Almost done. So I figure each truckload I'm getting a little more than a half of a full cord, which means that I'm getting about $150 worth of wood each time I go. So if I could, if conditions are right, I could easily get 4 or 5 loads a day. Get up there. Anyway, there. It's unloaded. And that took, about 8 minutes. So we're off to the races. Going to get some more wood. See you in a bit. Well, friends, I'm back at the scene of the crime. I'm back at the farm. Here is my trailer on the side of the road. There's the flat tire. I'm gonna fix it once I get another load out of here, I think. So it's not going anywhere, so I'm not worried about it, but we're heading out into the mud field out that way. So here we go. I made it. I think this is going to be the last load because it's turned into soup, as you can see. It's getting nasty. It's really bad right when I first enter up over there, and then it's really bad right in here. So, and I can even tell right here where it was froze this morning is already getting. It's not as hard as it was on the ground. So I'm gonna load this thing up quick and get the flock out of here. Yeah, it's nasty muddy, which I know some of you think, oh, that's no big deal. Yeah, but when you fill the truck full of wood and you've got a couple 1,000 pounds of weight in there, it doesn't want to go through the mud so quick. So I'm gonna load it up here. So I'm gonna put you guys up high here, and you can kind of see the pile. We started cutting like right out here, and so we've made it all the way back into there. And this is just one of the piles, like I mentioned, and there's been 3 of us cutting on it, and we're not even, I don't know, a third of the way into it. So there's a lot of wood because there's piles over there, and then back over that way. So anyway, gonna get loading here because the enemy right up there, the enemy is coming out and it's clearing off. So this is going to be the last load. As soon as that sun hits, it's a big pot of porridge. That's what it's like driving in. A big pot of porridge. There we go. It's too bad because I easily got 1, 2, 3, I easily got 3, maybe 4 more loads right here that I could haul out. And I got some stuff back over there I could get too. But we will throw some chunks on and get out of here. That's pretty much about it. I get a couple more little ones. That is it. It's a load. There it is. I'm heading out right now. Well, this is number 3. I think I can do a 4th. If the sun is not out yet, I think I can get one more load. I hope I'm not greedy thinking I can get another one, but we're gonna give it a try. So this is number 3. We're gonna get this one loaded. We're heading out again. Here we go. Well, friends, I am back in the wood yard, and that is the last trip I'm gonna be able to do today because it turned to soup when I was coming out just now. Oh, it was bad. Mud was flying all over. And it's not good, and the sun is kind of starting to come out. So this morning it was about 26 degrees or something like that, and right now it's about 31, so it's warming up. So it's time to call it quits on hauling wood from the farm this morning because it turned to soup and I don't want to get greedy and get stuck. Plus I still have to go retrieve the trailer on the long side of the road, but I got the spare tire now, so I'll change that and then bring the trailer back, and then I'm either going to go today or tomorrow and get new tires put on the trailer because they were getting really bad. So no big deal that I got a flat. So today I did 4 loads in the truck. The last one is still in the truck. I have to unload it. And so the first day I did 2, and then I did a single and a single yesterday, a single the day before and a single yesterday, so that's 4. And I just did 4. So I've got 8 loads now total. So here was the first one right here, and second one, third one, 4th one, 5th one, 6th one, 7th one, and the 8th one is sitting in the mud monster. So yeah, I'm getting a little bit of mud buildup down there. It looks like I can hear it rubbing when I turn the tires tight. But yeah, coming out it was soupy. So not going back today. We'll wait till it either freezes again or we'll wait until it dries up in a week or 2 or 3, whatever it's going to take. So there's the last load. So I'm going to throw it over here in this area because I forgot this was even open over here in this area. So the rest of the stuff I get, I'm going to clean this garbage out of here, and I'll end up dumping a whole bunch of it like right in here and then stacking it right through here. So anyway, here's the last load. So I'm about to start chucking. I'm gonna chuck the wood not up, I'm gonna chuck the wood down over there. So here we go. So I thought I'd just show you here the kind of mud I was in. A lot of it fell off already, but as I was going out on the highway, the chunks were just flying. I had a guy behind me in a Porsche, a white one. He got right behind me. There was mud flying. He backed way off. I must have hit him with a few mud chunks. He had the SUV Porsche, whatever it is. I don't know. It was white too, so that black mud coming off of the tires was probably not good. So, because he's probably one of those guys that's allergic to mud. So anyway, I thought that was funny. So back to the work. Here we go. It's unloaded. So I counted as I was unloading. There was 48 chunks that I had in here. And I would bet that there's at least a 40-pound average, probably more like a 50-pound average per chunk, because I had a lot of full rounds there. And those were pieces that were, I don't know, like 16, 18 inches. You can see we're looking, there's pretty big chunks. Anyway, and then I had a bunch of these babies here. So that's a half of a big round. So what that means is just say they averaged 40 pounds a piece, and there was almost 50 of them. That means I had 2,000 pounds easily in the truck, and I bet it was more than that. So I was overloaded, and I could tell when I would hit bumps coming out, it was bottoming right out. I mean, there was really no give at all. And coming down on the highway, there's a couple dips I hit, and I could tell there was just nothing. So I'm glad I got out of there. That's it for today, hauling wood. Now I got some other jobs to do. So thanks for watching. Please hit the buttons, a like, subscribe. You know what to do. You're a professional. So see you tomorrow. Same wood time, same wood channel. Goodbye.